Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of HMF Live. I apologize, I know it's been a couple weeks since I did the last episode, so thanks for tuning in or watching this later if you watch this after it's already recorded. So just wanted to get back into the swing of things. It's been a crazy couple of weeks, like even last month, between all the different traveling trips and stuff I've had to do, both for work and for gear or for Beachbody. So thanks for bearing with me. But as always, I want to introduce myself if this is maybe the first time you've caught a Hustle to Muscle Fitness live episode. My name is Tanya. I am the founder and coach of Hustle to Muscle Fitness. And we are a team, a community, fitness, health and fitness community. We are growing, we are passionate, on fire, and our mission is to find balance, happiness, and help others do the same, especially for those who are coaches on the team. And the reason that I do this is because I myself have gone through a health and fitness weight loss transformation. Over the last few years, I have lost up to 78 pounds and have been able to keep most of it off. Sometimes it might be 75 pounds. But through that, I have learned a lot, and I've discovered that I really enjoy helping others find their health and happiness as well. So that's why I do things like this show. That's why I coach. I've been a coach now for about 2.5 years. I am a diamond coach with Team Beachbody, and so it is very rewarding to me to be able to help others and see those lights and those aha moments kind of click on for them. So welcome to the Hustle to Muscle Fitness world. As always, I like to give you all kind of the housekeeping stuff, let you know what's going on in Hustle to Muscle Fitness, and give you the opportunity, invite you to join in on any of the things that are coming up. It's always open to new folks. We always love adding new friends, new family members to our fitness community. So here's what we've got going on. If you can believe it, it's already almost September. Crazy sauce, I know. So some of you have kids already back in school, they're getting ready to start school, or it's just around the corner after Labor Day. So either way, we all have to get back into the swing of things. Sadly, summer is over. It makes me very sad because summer is my favorite season. So let's see though. Next week starts prep week for the September Back to School Challenge and Accountability Group. So if you are looking for a way to kind of either reignite or get started on your health and fitness goals, and you would like to have some support around that, and it doesn't matter, weight loss, weight gain, maintenance, get stronger, performance, whatever your goal is, we can work on that together. And this group is a way to stay accountable. So if you would like to be a part of that, preparation starts next Monday. So there's still time to get yourself set up. We can work together to figure out the right plan for you. I would say deadline for that would be Friday at the latest. So hit me up if you want in, or even if you just want more information. What else we got going on? Let's look at September. So the official Back to School Challenge group for September starts September 5th. And in addition to the fitness, the nutrition, the healthy meal of the day, dense nutrition, superfoods, and the group support and accountability on a daily basis, and in addition to the weekly one-on-one coaching sessions you get with me, we also have the opportunity to earn some cash. So Beachbody is also doing what's called a health bet in the month of September. So through the challenge group tracker app that we make available to our folks, to our customers, clients, or challengers, you have the opportunity to split the pot in this health bet of September. So during the 4 weeks of September, if you log in through this app, you log in 3 workouts a week and 5 Shakeologies a week in each of those 4 weeks that the period runs, then you can split the pot with everybody else that qualifies. Now, right now the pot is up to 1.25 million, and it can go all the way up to 3 million, depending on how some challenge pack sales and things go during the month of August. But that's a really great way to get healthier, to get stronger, to feel better, and maybe even get some cash. Like I told someone the other day, you know, even if there's thousands of people in this and you come away with maybe the payout only ends up being $50, like, so you just got paid $50 for getting healthy. Like, you're healthier, you feel better, you look better, and you got paid. Like, where's the loss in that? Not at all, nothing. So let me know if you want it. It's gonna be a lot of fun. What else do we have going on? Oh, also have a financial piece, kind of a financial challenge, personal finance challenge coming up September 12th. This will be doing the Financial Peace University online curriculum that is put out by the Dave Ramsey people. And this will be the first kind of pilot of its kind to be in this digital only class instead of the traditional where you go to a community center or church or something and you meet once a week in person. We're going to be doing this all through a private Facebook group and an online portal. So if you would like to be a part of that, it's a 9-week class. You get the constant support in the Facebook group. I'm going to be going through this with you, as will Gary, and we are working to also get ourselves out of debt to kind of set ourselves up toward building wealth, and we want others to join us in that journey. So if you would like to take control of your money, your finances, tell your money what to do instead of wondering where it went, as John Maxwell says, then you need to be a part of this class. It will be a game changer for you if you stick to the principles. And I can attest to that from first-hand experience because Gary and I have been implementing some of these principles in our own journey. And if you followed me long enough, you catch a getting out of debt journey every so often, a video, an update on debts that we've paid and savings that we're working on. So you need to be in this class. Again, send me a message so I can get you the information on how to register. And then I always do the 5-day healthy eating challenge. That'll be later in September. So if you missed out in August and you'd like to get in on it after the kids are back in school, let me know. It's free to join. The only cost is your groceries, and I make it super simple. I lay out the grocery list, I lay out the meal plans. You just follow along and participate in the group that we do through a private Facebook group. Easy peasy. So that's kind of what's going on in the month of September. As other things come up, I will make the announcements here on this live show and on this fitness page. So tonight I want to talk about getting support from your spouse, or maybe it's boyfriend, girlfriend, somebody that you live with, best friend, I don't know. But the reason I picked spouse was because of my own spouse, because of Gary. And the reason that I decided to do this topic is actually kind of a last minute decision, was because of some things that he helped me out with tonight. And it was just really, it saved my ass. So as you can see, maybe you can see, I'm not in a bedroom. I'm sitting here in a hotel room. Again, if you've been following me or if you're on my team of coaches, you've probably seen me do quite a few of these videos lately from hotel rooms because I've just been on the road so much. But I'm in Seattle, Gary's back home in Yakima, and I am currently in the middle of running one of my 5-day healthy eating groups. Well, a lot of the documents that I use, the meal plans and stuff like that, I carry on this nice little thumb drive, and I now have to say like 99% of the time it goes with me wherever I go when I've got my backpack with me. And so today I had plugged it into my computer in my office before I left for Seattle, and thought I grabbed it and put it in my bag, and I didn't. So when it came time to post the meal plan for tomorrow, I realized that thumb drive's not with me, and I have no other way to access that meal plan file to post for my challengers. So Gary had to work tonight. He's at work now. And so I asked him before he left to work if he could do me a super huge favor and go to the office and get my thumb drive and then come home and then email me the 2 specific documents I needed while I was gone. And even though I know he probably wasn't happy about doing that because he's in the middle of laundry and wanted to do that before he went to work and all this other stuff, he graciously dropped what he was doing and went and did that for me. And the reason that he did that is because, well, one, he loves me, of course, but he supports me. He supports what I do. He knows how important that this, hustle to muscle fitness and this coaching business that I'm trying to grow, he knows how important it is to me. And he's also seen some of the benefits that it has reaped for our family. So he, without really even complaining, I heard the little, but that could have been at like, why didn't you just take it with you? But anyway, so he might have sighed a little bit, but he still went and did it without putting up a big fuss, and came home. And even though I could still sense the twinge of annoyance in his voice, he still gladly sent me the files I needed so I could support my challengers. And that's the kind of support that I hope and stress that you have. So whether you are trying to maybe you're starting a fitness goal. You're starting to work on, maybe it's losing weight. That was me. Maybe you're starting out on your weight loss journey, and one of the hardest things, or one of the reasons that people don't stick with it, is because they don't have that support, whether that's from a coach like me or a friend or whatever. But sometimes when they're married, they don't have that spousal support. They don't have their husband or wife saying, yes, you can do it, I believe in you, go for it. In fact, there are some cases where sadly the spouse is actually trying to sabotage their efforts, and maybe they bring home more junk food, or maybe they make it impossible for them to try and get their workout in. They won't take the kids somewhere or whatever, or keep them busy while they try to get their time in. So I really want to emphasize the importance, if you're married especially, or you live with someone, that you get their support in your healthy goals. Now, what that means for you is that you need to communicate what you would like, what you want for yourself and what you need from them. Be clear. You don't have to be rude about it, but you need to be clear, and you need to stand firm in what it is that you want and why you want it. Because if you just start doing stuff, you start making all these changes, and you don't communicate that with them, then there will definitely be resistance, because as humans, one of our first reactions to change is to resist, because we don't know, or we're afraid of what we don't know, and so we resist it. And so I had the fortune of giving a kind of this sort of talk, whatever you want to call it, to another team last night. And one of the things I touched upon was your support systems, and sitting down and having that conversation with your husband, your wife, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your live-in partner, and just explain, like, why do you want to do this? What are you doing? Why is this important to you? And what you need from them. Be super clear. Now, hopefully you have, like an equal partner relationship where you both support each other in your different endeavors. So having this conversation will just be like, oh, okay, cool. Like, I totally support that. And in some cases, they might even say, I want to join you. I think I could stand to be a little healthier too. So then, but you're on the same page, you've communicated, and it's clear. They know what you need. In the cases where you don't have that support, I'm not going to lie, that's going to be a lot tougher. But you have to first come to terms with what is more important to you. Getting healthier, taking control back of your health, or, letting them, how do I say this? Or not inconveniencing them. I guess that's the best way to say it. There is going to come a point where if your relationship is that way, first of all, that sucks. That's really shitty. They should support you, just as you should support them. Now, I know that I have unwavering support with Gary, and with Gary, I do support him. I'll be honest. I'm the one that usually will put up the resistance to something if I don't necessarily see the why or the benefit to it. So that is something that I will say I am trying to work on. But I do support him. I do back him up. And I back his play a lot. So, but if you absolutely are like, you have a spouse or whatever that is just like, I'm not doing that, or that's bullshit, or I don't think you should, that's shitty. And so there might be, I'm not a marriage counselor or any kind of therapist, but there could be some more larger underlying issues going on there you might need to work on. And this is just how it's, in this particular case, how it's manifesting itself. But you still might need to come to that conclusion of like, okay, I need to do this for me. I wish I had their support. Unfortunately, I may not, and I'm going to do this anyway, and figure out, problem solve. Maybe you have someone else that you can bounce off ideas, like a best friend, maybe it's a coach, maybe, another family member, and then they can help you problem solve ways to get around that obstacle. And sometimes some people have to see it to believe it. And so they need to see, maybe you've tried and quit tons of different diets and fads, and so they just think, this is just another one. Then you, unfortunately, as my husband says, it is harder for those around you to allow you than it is for you to actually make the change. So sometimes you might have to kind of prove that you're serious this time to them, which means you need to stick to your workouts, you need to stick to your nutrition plans, whatever those goals are, you need to stick to those actions to get you there. And hopefully they'll come on board. But you may also need to face fact that it may not happen, and you're going to just have to do it anyway. And some of their resistance, again, might come from the fear of you changing. Well, what if they think you're trying to get better? I've heard this before. You're trying to get hotter or better looking so that way you can find someone else. Like, there's some major insecurities going on there if that's the case. Like I said, larger issues at play. But, let them know why you're trying to make the change. It's not just about what's on the outside. It's not that you're going to try and leave them because suddenly you've gotten hot. They should think you're attractive anyway, but at any shape. But anyway, so that's this is going to be kind of, let me see what my time is at. Again. Oh, I don't even know how I did that. Oh, you got a glimpse behind the camera. I wanted to keep this one kind of short because, one, it was inspired by my husband, and I want to say thank you to Gary if he does watch this and gets all the way through to the end. I do want to say thank you to Gary for being so amazingly helpful and supportive today, but not just today, in my entire journey and sometimes all these crazy harebrained ideas that I decide to go chasing after. And I promise to really try and give that back to you in return. I know I'm not always great at that, so I wanted to publicly acknowledge you and acknowledge my own weakness. So I hope all of you who might be struggling with this particular issue will take the time and have the courage to talk to your significant other about, sorry, he was just calling me, about what you're wanting to do and what you need from them. So I'm gonna go before he calls again. So I hope you all have a great night, and until next week, stay happy, stay healthy. Bye.